You know what's interesting, and this is really Bible truth. I was 23 when we started Queer Eye, and I was the savvy, hip downtown New York kid who knew everything about the New York scene. True. What wasn't true was sometimes having to sit across from a 40-year-old man and give him relationship advice. That took a lot of like research, asking a lot of friends who were in committed long-term relationships, about different things, reading a lot. Um, so I learned that was like my college years were really spent in rent and then also Queer Eye, but it was like this almost Renaissance man education, learning how to be what I kept calling the concierge of cool. If life is our hotel, come to me and I can help you navigate any situation and bring you to an elevated level with that. And so when that was said and done, I moved to LA 10 years ago exactly. And I realized I did a photo shoot where they were like doing my closet, and the stylist was like, interesting. By looking at your clothes, I wouldn't be able to gauge who you are. It's almost as if you dress yourself in costumes for where you're going. And I was like, that makes sense. High school, you're dressing like a high school student. Then rent, it's like I went to the gym during the day, and then you do the show at night, and then Queer Eye, they gave me a costume to wear every day. So I really didn't have a sense of self. And so what I learned from Queer Eye through the makeovers was trying to figure out who I was. So when I moved to LA, I basically stripped it all down and super started paring down to the basic James Dean look. I wore a white t-shirt or black t-shirt every day with a pair of Levi's, and the only thing, like Jay Leno, that I would change was not my car, but my sneakers. I had an extensive sneaker collection, but I kept it basic until I figured out who I was as an individual, because I'd never, I'd never done what Carson was doing for these guys, which was, who are you? What do you want to say to the world? How do you want to be perceived? What's comfortable? What are the fabrics you like? Can we talk about fit for a second? How are things supposed to sit on you to be flattering? And how do you shop for those things? All those lessons I learned, and then later after the show, I slowly started to piece it together. And now if you look in my wardrobe, there's definitely, you're like, oh, I know who this guy is. So that for sure Queer Eye gave me, for sure.